welcome back to Hornet Nation. I'm Josh Sirota.
And I'm Alexis Saunders. This episode, we're going to take a look at a former Saline athlete, roll into wheelchair basketball, and talk to the director of coaching about a possible dome above the football field. Let's get started.
Brooke Pleger, a 2010 graduate of Saline High School and professional hammer thrower, joins us in the studio for this segment of Blast from the Past.
As a young athlete, Brooke was drawn to the sport of gymnastics, but during her freshman year of high school, chose track and field as a way to help her find her place among fellow students.
It kind of happened on accident. You know, my freshman year, I did some sprinting with Mr. Bose. It was him and his wife, actually, that decided I would be a good thrower. So he brought it up to me one day at practice, and I was like, no. I'm good, I'll just keep running, like I don't want to be a thrower. And then a couple weeks go by and he comes back to me and he's like, look, I'm not giving you the option anymore, like you're gonna go and be a thrower. And I ended up being pretty good at throwing the shot and the discus for our team. But you know, I never really thought like college athletics, Olympics, like I never really thought that was what a path I was gonna take. My senior year in high school, I went and joined a track club down in Ohio with the coach that was at Bowling Green. And he taught me the hammer.
Hammer throw, an event where track and field athletes throw a metal ball attached to a handle for distance.
I ended up falling in love with it, and it was kind of, at that point, it was like all my life I couldn't imagine doing college athletics, and then at that point, everything kind of flipped, and it was like I couldn't imagine not doing college athletics.
Since starting her athletic college career, Brooke has been the Bowling Green State University Female Athlete of the Year and the 3-time Mid-American Conference Hammer Throw Champion. Now, as a post-collegiate athlete, she plans to continue to compete at a professional level and is training for the Olympic trials.
At least for this year, my plan is to continue training, and I've qualified for the trials already. So I'll compete at the trials, and then I have to place in the top 3 to make an Olympic team. Right now, I'm just trying to train and throw as well as I can.
One thing Brooke loves about training is the process of learning and growing in her athletic career.
To me, it's like I love the process that is behind being an athlete, and I think that's really important for young athletes to learn how to enjoy the process. If you don't learn to love the down as much as you love the up, then you're just gonna be miserable.
Brooke will be competing in the 2016 Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon through the first week of July.
Great to have Brooke back in the school. To follow Brooke's journey, visit her website at brookepleger.com.
Now for some current scores. First off, the girls' soccer team defeated Tecumseh 8-0 Wednesday night.
And Saline's crew team won the men's, women's, and combined regatta at the Hebda Memorial Cup in Wyandotte on Saturday. This is the second time in 52 years that one school has won all 3-point trophies.
Next, we go to the court with Matthew Adel to see our unique game of the week.
On April 22nd, the Army vs. Navy exhibition wheelchair basketball game was held at Saline High to raise physical disability awareness. We talked to our principal, Dr. Helber, and Saline's Special Education Director, Kevin Musson, who talked about how the event got started.
Kim Munn, one of our speech and language pathologists at Woodland Meadows Elementary, knew some of the people involved with this and were able to help put this together, so it's been an outstanding day.
She called and wanted our connecting program to be involved, and we said yes, it'd be fantastic. And then it just grew into a larger event, and so we decided to host it here at Saline High School.
We also caught up with event organizer Gerald Hoff, who told us about some of the players in the game.
Well, we have 5 players that came from the University of Michigan that are all veterans. We have a number of players that came from the Detroit Die Hard team. And we also have a player that plays international wheelchair basketball, Jimmy Masori. This is just an exhibition game that we put together to try to, help celebrate disabilities and also to give the students something to have fun with.
Because to show the kids that in spite of struggles, they can still reach their full potential.
A big thanks to all the players and everyone who came out to support this great event. I'm Matthew Adel, back to you in the studio.
It's really inspiring to see these guys doing something they love despite their setbacks. Now, we have a special guest. This is Zachary Plisko. Now, Zach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
That's great. So, how'd you get to be here?
As I mentioned last week on SHS Today, I found out about the silent auction. I put a $10 bid on Hornet Nation and SHS Today, and well, I won the bid, and here I am.
Nice. So, are you involved in any sports at all?
I am. Currently, I'm just playing some football.
That's awesome. So, would you like to take us into the next story?
In the near future, our athletes may be able to train through the winter months at Hornet Stadium on dry turf. Let's find out more about how this might be possible.
During the winter, our athletes detest snow, and so does the turf. But what if we had turf to play on during the winter? On February 9th, Saline alumni Austin Cameron and Cam Cameron made an appearance at the school board meeting, proposing a deal to build a dome over Hornet Stadium by their company Just Play Domes. We sat down with the director of coaching at SASA, Knox Cameron, to see what he had to say about the proposal.
We would benefit greatly on a number of different fronts. So I think we run an exceptional program in the outdoor seasons. Where we struggle is finding meaningful space during indoor. And currently, a lot of our travel teams travel to Canton to find indoor space, and that's quite inconvenient. And certainly the travel time takes away from the time that our players could really be training, playing, and getting better.
This dome will cost around $1.4 million, being significantly cheaper than other domes around the area, while it estimates to turn up $500,000 a year in profit.
We're a bit at a standstill. I've sort of backed away from where things currently are, so I'm not quite sure.
During the winter season, SASA has already rented 41% of the time available for training and winter matches.
For me, it's important that I make it very, very loud and clear that we want a dome. We would benefit greatly from a dome, and I think it would benefit the community as a whole if we had one.
With that dome, we could play no matter what, in any season. And wouldn't that be great? Especially in Michigan weather. Ooh, we don't need that. I'm Dan Shantz. Now back to you in the studio.
An interesting fact about the dome is that it will be 360 feet long, 250 feet wide, and 65 feet tall. Stay tuned for updates regarding the dome as more information becomes available.
Well, that's all for this show. Regular Twitter updates, follow us at Nation Hornet. I'm Josh Sirota.
And I'm Zach Plisko. Thanks for watching and have a great week, Hornets.